You know, our real estate market is moving awfully fast these days, but I still find a lot of outdated information floating around out there. And today I want to talk about 5 myths that I know about that might be preventing people from making a move or just confusing them. So let's go ahead and check it out. And if you like the video, please share it with someone you care about. So myth number 1, I'm going to wait to get my pre-approval until I find the right home. Or I'm going to find the home first and then I'll get pre-approved for the loan. Oh, this is not good. I just mentioned how fast the market's moving, right? And the reality is, as a buyer, you probably want to get pre-approved for 3 reasons. Number 1, it takes a little while to go ahead and get a pre-approval. The lender has to look at all of your financials. They look at your debts, they look at your income, they look at your bank accounts, they look at your tax returns. And gathering all that information, getting it to them and having them look through it takes a little time. But during this time, this is also a great time to talk to the lender about what kind of programs you might qualify for. You know, there's all kinds of programs still out there for people, from gift funds so that you can get help with down payment, all the way to making you look like a cash buyer on a home and then turning around and putting a loan on that house. And then thirdly, when you do make your offer with a pre-approval letter, you look like a very serious buyer to that seller. Because when the listing agent hands over your offer to the seller, they also let the seller know that you're pre-approved for the loan so you can buy the home the way you said you could. All in all, making you stand out, especially in a multiple bid scenario. Myth number 2, agents are going to tell you anything to get the home sold. Yeah, no, not so much. However, because agents don't get paid until the end of the deal, in other words, you get the money you wanted for the home and the buyer gets the house keys, I guess this myth has perpetuated and people think that we'll say anything to make a sale happen. The reality is, though, that realtors are held to a strict code of ethics, and there's a lot of rules and regulations that we need to follow. We don't want to get sued, and we don't want to lose our license. You know, most good agents want you to have all the information so that you can make a good decision for you and your family. And most of us work very hard for our clients. Why? Because we know a happy and satisfied client will introduce us to the people they care about. And that is how we grow our business. Okay, myth number 3 is selling the home myself will save me a lot of money. No, not really. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can sell the home yourself. People do it all the time. But the reality is, in this market that we're in right now, where are you going to put your home so that you get the best buyers for your house? You know, realtors have something called the MLS, the multiple listing service, that not only puts out your home for the community it's in, but it also pushes out your home to hundreds of websites so that somebody moving into your community from across the country or across the world will see your property. And we all know that the more buyers that see your home, the more offers you'll get and the better that the offers would be. And there's also fees that you'll have to pay. One that comes to mind for me are title fees. Title fees for a for sale by owner here in Colorado are higher when they don't have an agent working with them. And then there's also a lot of legalese. I mean, our contracts currently are 21 pages long. Yeah, they're written by real estate lawyers, but there's a lot of blanks in there that need to be filled in. And it's no longer buyer beware. There's a lot of disclosures that the seller is obligated to give. A good agent can help lead, guide, and protect you through the whole process. Myth number 4, realtors make a ton of money. Oh, I wish this was true. Reality is, the listing agent takes all the risk up front. They pay for the photography, sometimes for staging. They pay for the signage. They pay the showing desk so your home can be shown. They pay the MLS fees. To attract good agents with their great buyers so you get the best offers. And then, of course, let's not forget taxes, car maintenance, gas, all this before you even get to the closing table. And then even at the closing table, they still have to split their fees with their brokerage. The amount they bring home isn't very large, and most agents are selling several homes a year in order to make a profit. Now finally, myth number 5, you need 20% down to buy a home. I'm amazed at how many people still think this is true. Now it used to be you needed 20% down. But these days, you can buy a home for as little as 3% down, or you can put down 20% or higher. The nice thing about putting down 20%, if you have it, is of course the fact that one, you avoid what's called private mortgage insurance, or PMI, and of course your loan is less. There's a lot of programs out there now where you can buy a home for very little down and start working on building your equity. And if private mortgage insurance is something you're worried about, like, whoa, I want to save my 20% before I buy, think of a strategy like this. Think about buying now, and then in a year or 2 or 3, refinancing, because now you've built up the equity, and get rid of that private mortgage insurance that you're paying each month. It's a thought. So those are the 5 myths. Which ones have you heard before, or which ones do you know that I never even mentioned? Let me know, comment down below. In the meantime, my name is Peggy Dursthoff. I'm a realtor with HomeSmart here in the Denver metro area, and I specialize in suburban living. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and check out this one over here, where I talk about the difference between a home warranty and homeowner's insurance. And as always, if you're thinking about making a move, let's get the conversation started. Go ahead and call, text, or email me, or just leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week.